Okay, real quick, raise your hand if you're a procrastinator. Because I'm not gonna lie, I totally can be. Like, I will absolutely do the fun thing first, the easy things, the aesthetically pleasing thing. Because who actually likes doing the junk stuff? Like, no, I don't want to answer emails, schedule appointments, or fold the laundry, or even deal with whatever mysterious life admin task is waiting for me. So instead, I'll reorganize something, make coffee or tea, start a completely unrelated project, and somehow convince myself that counts. And honestly, sometimes it does, but sometimes it's not procrastination, it's overwhelm. Welcome to the Balance Recruiter, a slightly unhinged, definitely honest space where we talk about burnout, balance, and navigating life when it doesn't slow down, just because we need it to. Hi, I'm Chastity, former recruiter turned beauty sales lead, proud puppy mom, professional laundry dodger, recovering procrastinator, strategic task avoider, and someone who is honestly resisting the urge to book a runaway trip to Hood River, Oregon. Like rainy mornings, coffee shops, a cabin with absolutely no pressure to be productive, and nobody asking me for any updates for at least 72 hours. And honestly, that feels very on brand for today's episode. And maybe this episode is hitting a little extra for me right now because it's Mother's Day weekend. My birthday's on Monday, and I think I've been reflecting a lot lately on how tired so many of us actually are. Like mentally tired, emotionally tired, decision fatigue tired, and yet somehow still trying to do everything. So, if that's been you lately, this is your permission to breathe for a second. So, let's talk about it. Because sometimes we say we're procrastinating, but what we're really doing is avoiding something that feels heavy. Because sometimes we say we're procrastinating, but what we're really doing is avoiding something that potentially feels heavy. It's not, I don't want to do this. It's, this feels like a lot, and I don't have the energy right now. And instead of naming that, we clean something, we scroll something, we start something easier, and then we feel bad about it. Then there's this other layer, the person at work who always stays late. You know who I'm talking about. The one who's always on, always finishing something, always going a little longer than everyone else, giving that one more thing vibe. And I saw something the other day. It showed me one person consistently staying late, and then no one felt comfortable leaving on time. And that stuck with me because it's so real. It's not always said out loud, but it's felt. And suddenly, leaving on time feels like you're not doing enough, even if you were efficient all day. And now it's not about the work anymore. It's about who can last longer. And that's where things start to shift from healthy effort to quiet burnout. And then you start wondering, are we staying late because we procrastinated earlier? We genuinely have too much on our plate? We want to prove ourselves? Or because somewhere along the way, being constantly available became the expectation? And honestly, burnout doesn't always come from doing too little. Sometimes it comes from feeling like you can't stop. So, this is how it spreads when staying late becomes the norm. And whose norm, actually? It quietly becomes the expectation. And now other people start feeling like I should stay too. I don't want to look like I'm not doing enough. And suddenly, one person's habit turns into everyone else's pressure. And that, my friends, is how burnout spreads. So instead of jumping straight to, I need to be more disciplined, just because you feel like you've procrastinated, try asking yourself, what am I actually avoiding? And also, what do I actually have the capacity for today? Because some days you're not procrastinating, you're just tired. And some days staying late isn't dedication, it's a sign something needs to shift. Okay, super random thought. I've been sitting on something lately because I keep thinking, what if instead of just talking about burnout, we actually started helping each other out by stepping away from it? I don't know. I'm definitely building something around that, but I'll share more when it feels ready. As you know, every fifth episode, I love to do a check in, a reset moment. So, this is your check in, not your guilt trip. You don't need to fix everything today. You don't need to suddenly become the most productive version of yourself. Because maybe today just looks like finishing one thing, logging off on time, drinking water for once, or just being honest with yourself. Whatever balance looks like for you, that totally counts. Thanks for hanging out with me today on The Balance Recruiter. If today's version of balance looks like doing one thing and letting the rest wait, that's enough. And honestly, maybe this week doesn't need to be about being more productive. Maybe it's just about being a little kinder to yourself. I hope you all have a wonderful Mother's Day, celebrating the mothers in your life, or if you're one of those in the role of a mother, or kind of like a mother, I hope you have a wonderful celebration. New episodes drop every week, just in time for the weekend. Be sure to follow, share, please leave a rating if you can. It totally helps this space reach someone who might need a reset too. Remember, burnout is real, balance is the goal, and I'm somewhere in between being productive and pretending. I'll see you on the next episode.